Well, hey there folks, and welcome back once again to the Hop House. It's Eddie here and it's time for another beer review. If you just found us here on YouTube, I know I say this at the beginning of all the videos, so if you're a regular viewer, just bear with. But yeah, if you're brand new to this channel, go on and give us a thumbs up. Give us a like, share, subscribe to this channel. It's the Hop House. We're all about hoppy beer and good house music. Right, we're going to go through a few beers now that I managed to pick up from Morrison's. A lot of the stuff that we do on the channel is supermarket available beers. So basically, I'll tell you what I think of certain beers, and you can get them too. Okay, so this is in the £4 for £6 range, beer numero uno, and I probably should have done this a lot earlier because it's a cracking beer. So when I say that, you know it's not a virgin beer review. So it is this bad boy. It's Camden Pale, instantly recognisable Camden Pale Ale, 4%, 330ml can. Camden Pale, Camden Town Brewery, that's their logo there. They're based in North London, and they have been taken over by a bigger company, but the original staff, from what I believe, are still there. So they're still making the same sort of beer, even though they've been taken over by a bigger sort of global conglomerate. They've been sort of left on their own to do their own thing. And this is probably one of their flagship beers. I've had it in can form, I've had it in bottle form, and I've had it in keg form. Right, let's get this out in the glass. Yeah, it's available in all the supermarkets. They have really hit out and gone in pretty much all supermarkets. So it's in Asda, it's in Morrison's, it's in Sainsbury's, probably in Tesco. I think it's in all of them. But this I got from Mozzers, good old Mozzers. Camden Pale Ale, 4% ABV. It's been chilled in my refrigerator. And that is your beer in a glass. It's a typical sort of pale ale colour, really. It's dark golden to amber. Just hold up to the light. Yeah, it's more golden. Sorry, just looking at how the spotlight beams down on this. It is more golden in colour. Nice little bit of whitehead on it. Good levels of carbonation. It is a clear sort of see-through beer. There's clarity there. So it's had finings through it. But yeah, looks rather nice for sort of what it is, really. You know, 4 for £6, so it's £1.50 a can. I think it's a bit more if you buy it on its own, it's like £1.80. I know Sainsbury's charge more because they don't do the 4 for £6. So I think this is about £2 a can in Sainsbury's. Go elsewhere, it's cheaper. But if you're a Sainsbury's shopper and you're happy paying that, fair play. Right, so that's what it looks like in the glass. Should we go for the old Aroma? Give it a whiff, see what we can sniff. Oh yeah, it smells pungent, grapefruit, pithy, bitter, grapefruit. It's got to have some sea hops in it, without a doubt. Smells divine, smells really my cup of tea. Grapefruit, really grapefruit prominent, lemon and lime. Really citrusy, sea hopped, citra kind of feel to it, but hopped in the boil kettle, not dry hopped. Oh, it smells bloody lovely. Right, without further ado, I'm only 4 minutes in, so this is quite quick for me for a review. Right, we'll get it bottoms up down the hatch. Cheers all. For a 4% beer, it's got a lot of flavour. It's rather good, and it's got some finish as well to it. So, flavour wise, tell you what, we'll do. This glass probably isn't the best for laser vision, but we'll do a bit of laser vision. We'll have a go at it. Apologies for the lighting. There you go. Yeah, it's jigging around quite nicely in that glass, isn't it? It's forming the head. Yeah, the bubbles are following the bottom of the head, as they should. Oh, it's really pithy now. A little bit of malt in the background as well on the smell. Like biscuit sort of bready malt. Now it's 4%, so it's never going to give you the mouthfeel that a 6% New England IPA oaty sort of malt bill beer is, but it's not thin, it's not watery. It's got a really, I can still taste it on the side of my mouth now and at the back end, so it's got a really good presence. There's a little bit of fizz there, a little bit of carbonation, which you do kind of want in a beer. It's not lager-esque carbonation or anything like that, but it's there. But what it does is it just hits you down the side of the tongue, blasts you down the side of the tongue with that pithy grapefruit. Grapefruit, lemon and lime from this. Real, more citrusy, more in your face, more bitey, more bitter. And then it goes to the back end and it's quite limey on the back end. Quite limey. Lemon and lime are prominent. But I can still sort of taste it at the sides of my mouth. And for a 4% beer, that's pretty damn good if you ask me. It's lovely. As I say, if you have this on, if you find this on draft, I mean, I found it in a couple of places on keg. You're not going to find it on cask, it's not a cask style beer, but excuse me, it is carbonated. Apologies for that, it's disgusting. Oh, great. Yeah, if you find it on keg, it's wonderful. It's a great session beer. Camden Town have actually done quite well in terms of they're getting the name out there and they're getting into more pubs. So what's happened in the general pub industry is Guinness's Hop House 13 Lager has been discontinued. So it's going out of all pubs. And what seems to be replacing it in a lot of pubs is Camden Town's Helles Lager. So what I'm tending to find now is in some of those bars, sort of your mainstream sort of sports bars, you know, those that show the footy. And I'm a Liverpool fan for my sins. And I do sometimes like to go and watch the footy. And what I tend to find is there's a couple of bars and pubs near me that have that did the Hop House 13. It's kind of got rid of it. And they've had this on, and there's like one that's put this on as well. So it's got the Helles Lager and the Camden Pale, and it's absolutely beautiful on keg. A bit pricey, like, but when I say pricey for Telford. But yeah, lovely, cracking. Right, let's have a read of the can, see what she says. So there's a little bit there about what's in it. I'll read that secondly. First of all, I'll read the old description. It says, "We love our American cousins, but sometimes they can be kind of full on. So we've crafted this beer to be more British tastes. Two more British tastes. Made with American hops, it's still got the punch of a pale ale, just less shouty." And then they've got a little. I see kind of what they're doing with this. They've got like a scale there of just pale and interesting, and it's more, if you see that, it's sort of, don't think it's gonna focus in on it, is it? Anyway, it sort of says it's more pale and interesting than just pale. I get that. Contains barley and wheat, and then it's in different languages. But then over here we have actually the ingredients. So malt, Pilsner, wheat, light, crystal, Munich. So there's 5 malts in that. Yeast is Californian ale yeast, and your hops in the kettle, it's quite well described, in the kettle is Pearl, Citra and Simcoe, and dry hopped is Simcoe and Citra. Which probably explains now, the more I'm drunk it now, in the background getting that pine needle aftertaste, which is a taste I really go for. It's piney, it's dry, it's bitter, it's bitey. I love it, and it's probably because of the Simcoe. Simcoe and Mosaic to me sort of seem to be quite similar in terms of they deliver that pininess, and your Citra is what's giving you your pithy grapefruit. Another hop in there, was it Pearl? Pearl, P-E-R-L-E, Pearl or Perler. I'm not quite sure what she's bringing to the party. Maybe a necklace. Yeah, like that. Very nice. I've had it before. On draft it's amazing. On keg it's just out of this world. But in can form, it's pretty damn good. And I had it in a bottle once down London as well, and that was pretty damn special. Rating for me, I give that a thumb and a half. Thumb and a half, because it's a beer that I would get. There are, I think, that are slightly better, but for what it is, thumb and a half, and it's well worth looking at. And you're 4 for £6. But if you go into a pub and they've got that on draft, get that over the Helles Lager, because it's just cracking. Thumb and a half from me. Like, share, subscribe. We'll see you again for another beer review right here on the Hop House. Ciao for now, people. Yeah.